have the
if
power
I'm
to say
confirmed as
no to the
Attorney
president.
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good Attorney General, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it. I won't play politics with any ongoing investigation,
so let me ask you another,
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer the question.
Hey, welcome back to Conservative Chronicle. Today, we're diving into the moment you've been waiting for. Pam Bondi just went off on Adam Schiff in Congress, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Schiff has built a career on dodging the truth, but Bondi wasn't having any of it. She confronted him head-on, and the way he tried to wiggle out of it, embarrassing. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. All right, let's get into it. Let's be real. Adam Schiff has a long track record of bending the truth. Remember the whole Russia collusion hoax? Schiff went on TV for years claiming he had direct evidence against Trump, yet somehow, that evidence never appeared. And now, in this latest congressional showdown, he's at it again. Schiff tried to twist the facts, but Bondi wasn't having any of it.
Let me ask you a different, what should be a simple truth, not a hard one. Was there massive fraud affecting the result of the 2020 election, yes or no?
Senator, I'm glad you asked that question, if you'll let me answer what I saw in Pennsylvania.
No, I asked a simple question about massive fraud.
I can only tell you what I saw in Pennsylvania.
I know you want to answer a different question, but my question is, can you tell us whether there was massive fraud affecting the results of the 2020 election, yes or no? Was there or was there not?
I can tell you what I saw when I went as an advocate to the campaign.
That's not my question. So you can't answer that question. You can't speak that even easy truth to us, let alone to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It will also be important that you give good advice to the president. Are you prepared to advise the president not to pardon people who beat police officers?
Senator, as I said, the pardons are at the direction of the president. We will look and we will advise. I will look at every case on a case. Let me finish. On a case-by-case basis.
Okay, good.
And I abhor violence to police officers.
Follow up with that. So will it be your advice to the president, Mr. President? I know you said you want to issue hundreds of pardons on day one. Will it be your advice to the president? No, Mr. President, I need to go over them on a case-by-case basis. Do not issue blanket pardons. Will that be your advice to the president?
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files
and
for the pardons, as well as the ongoing investigation. And will you be able to review
hundreds of cases?
So here's where things got heated. Bondi directly confronted Schiff about his deception. She hit him with cold, hard facts. She asked him straight up about the Department of Justice, political weaponization, and his role in misleading the American people. And Schiff? He tried to dodge every single question. The man squirmed, but Bondi kept pressing, and at one point you could see the frustration in his face. He had nothing. Here's what's crazy. Schiff was asked a simple yes or no question, and he still couldn't give a straight answer. Pam Bondi asked him if there was any factual basis to investigate certain individuals, and he just kept dancing around it. And let's talk about his reaction when Bondi asked if he could admit that Trump won the 2020 election fairly. He refused to answer directly. It's wild how these politicians will do anything to avoid telling the truth when it doesn't fit their narrative. If you think politicians like Schiff need to be held accountable, hit that like button right now. Now here's the kicker. Schiff loves to act like he's so concerned about justice and democracy, but when the DOJ was being weaponized against political opponents, where was he?
This is on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question is...
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want?
You'll be able to review hundreds of cases on the first day?
I'm not going to mislead this body, nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask another question.
You were censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
It will also be important for you to be able to preserve the records, the evidence of the department. Are you ready to commit that none of the evidence in the January 6th investigation will be destroyed? under your watch?
Senator, I will follow the law. I will consult with ethical officials in the
Do
department.
you see any ethical basis to destroy evidence in the January 6th investigation? Then why can't you answer the question? Why can't you say, I commit to this committee, we will never destroy the evidence in the January 6th investigation? Why can't you give this committee and the American people that assurance?
Are you frightened because evidence was destroyed against President Trump that was false? Is that why you're frightened now? I can't believe this is even...
Why do you have difficulty answering that question?
I can't believe you're asking such a question.
Why do you have difficulty promising to preserve evidence at the Department of Justice? Why is that a difficult question?
I will follow the law.
It shouldn't be a difficult question.
Ms. Bondi, welcome. Congratulations on your nomination. I'm so glad that you've been nominated, as we discussed when we had the chance to meet.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to work with you as the State Attorney General for a number of years, and I'm delighted to see you here today before the committee. I look forward to your confirmation. You will be confirmed. I, too, have taken note of the number of times you have been asked about weapons.
Silent. Pam Bondi exposed this hypocrisy right in his face. She made it clear that the DOJ shouldn't be used as a political weapon, but Schiff wouldn't admit it. Instead, he kept pushing the same tired talking points. The guy got absolutely roasted. At the end of the day, this was a total takedown of Adam Schiff. Pam Bondi came in with receipts, asked the tough questions, and Schiff, he had nothing but excuses. If you think more people need to see this, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Do you think Schiff got exposed? Or do you think he'll keep getting away with it? Let me know. And as always, stay tuned for more. This fight for the truth is far from over. See you in the next one.